I felt like we captured my story pretty well. We went for the aspect of we're just going to keep saying the order of things that happened to me, and then that is strong enough ground to stand on. Whereas like with them, their strategy was kind of just to say Magone did all these things, so he couldn't have possibly done wrong here. I don't think they kind of had a story that they were playing with. It was just more of like, we're going to try and make the doctor look as good as possible. You know, I've lived with my leg for 4 years now, and it is what it is. I can deal with it, but I think going through this process and getting my vindication or my win, I think that was really important for the mental and emotional level.
That's how you presented it to us, that you were just going to tell a story, and that's exactly what you did. You weaved a tale. You used their own experts to help weave that tale. All the while, they were in a huff, objecting left and right, and then they even chose to attack you. Now that I think about that, that's actually very amazing. You did not degrade yourself to the point of making it about somebody personal. You did not, take any jabs at the defense. You did not do any of that. What you did was speak truth. Now, in my world, that doesn't usually get you far, but in yours, man, you rocked it. Absolute dread, what it would do to our family, knowing full well the turn our lives would take if it was negative, knowing full well what it would take if it was a positive outcome. Never in my life has anything gone this good. I see lawyers a certain way. I still have trust issues. I think you did an amazing job. Really do, and I really don't believe that if we didn't have you as our lawyer, I don't believe we would have won. Truly.
First, I was trying to read their faces when they walked in, but they had the mask on and I couldn't read their faces. Watching the judge look at the papers, and when she was flipping the papers and reading, it like clicked in my head. She's flipping through papers. It wasn't a no answer, right? The first question was yes or no. If it was yes, it would have answered the rest. So when it clicked in my head that she's flipping through papers, that's when I was like, we won. And then right then and there, she started reading the verdict. I can't describe the relief. And I texted Jeff right away, but he didn't reply for 15 minutes because he was so nervous. He said he had to walk away from his phone. I really wanted to run up and give Evan a hug, but I stayed back. Yeah. And I took a picture of you when you grabbed Evan's hand. I took a picture of that.
You guys are great. You and Jackie, you got that team, and like, I'm pretty much a degenerate. I wake up at 1 and go to bed at 3, and if there's people that can like still talk to me within that time, I think like even the new age, like not that many places text still. I hate calling, I'll miss a call and then try and call back and not get an answer, and then that's just terrible. But having a company that texts people, I think that's super big.
You're very personable, down to earth, great lawyer. Like you're not stuck up when we were waiting, very, very chatty, talking, like instead of like, there might have been some lawyers sitting in the corner on their phone the whole 4 hours waiting. So that was appreciated. And I don't know any other lawyers per se, but it was great to meet you. And I'm thankful the road, the path led us to you. I mean, there must have been 15 15 different lawyers in the area who we had all their pamphlets and all sorts. And I just said a prayer and I picked one, and that led us to you. So you say my faith is important. I feel like God led us to you.
We were pretty skeptical the whole time. And like I even told my mom, after this, like if I have a kid and my kid gets in a car accident, I'm not going to be freaking out that the doctor's going to mistreat my kid. I'm going to be a little more careful. I think everybody should be more careful. We ain't got the money to pay for a lawyer. 90% of people probably don't got the money to pay for a lawyer. But in a case, there's people like you and there's other people in the situation that give you the alternate motive of I take some of the winnings and everything's up front on me. And I think not only is that helpful to the person, because we ain't got the money to pay for, whatever it might be, but at the same time, like, I don't know, it makes it feel better as the person, because at least then I know you're kind of working for something too,
Obviously, I would recommend you if you got the time. Well, somebody did. And I said, I don't know how many people he has, but I know a great lawyer.